Good morning, OCSL. It's a joy to be back. And we're going to be opening with the Gayatri Mantra. And you're welcome to remain seated for this, but please join the chant if you know it. Jump right in. And I invite you to take one more breath and release it, anchoring the chant.
Good morning. I'm happy to see you all here. Thank you for being here. I'm Cheryl Archer. I use she and her pronouns. And I'd like to thank our talented musicians, Kai Lyons and Karen Smith. And let's give some love to our entire AV team and our sound engineer, Levi Griffin. Welcome to the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach spiritual principles and practices that nourish us and uplift us and celebrate our oneness with all of life. A special welcome to those of you who are joining us for the very first time. We're so glad you're here in the sanctuary with us. Please raise your hand and someone will bring you a welcome packet. Also, a big welcome to everyone who is joining us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Make sure you sign up for our weekly newsletter so you can learn all about the fun things that we have to offer here at the Oakland Center. We respectfully acknowledge that here in the Bay Area, we gather on the traditional land of the indigenous Ohlone people. We honor with gratitude the land itself and the people who have stewarded these lands for countless generations. Now let's take a moment to bless our children wherever they are. We bless all the children in our community and the world. We love you, we see you, we know you are the truth of who you are. You are unique expressions of God, and we are grateful to have you in our lives, and so it is. Gratitude to the 2025 continuing OCSL Board of Trustees. Beth Van Arkel, President, Sam LaDion, Vice President, Elke Moritz, Treasurer, Nancy Hester, Secretary, Deborah Jackson, Member, and Reverend Sunshine Michelle Coleman, Member and Senior Minister. On Wednesday, April 30th, at our midweek oasis, join Reverend Ikea Param for an encore conversation on the topic, Embracing the Power of Re-Generativity. Meditation is at 6:30, and the service is at 7 via Zoom. April is Earth Month, and it's honored in 193 countries. We bless our earth and our environment. Join us after service for our monthly community potluck and bring a friend. Board member Deborah Jackson is leading this project and is assembling a committee for setup and cleanup. Contact Deborah at oaklandcsl.org for more information. Now, Robert Leeds will make a brief announcement about pollution.
Thank you, Cheryl. It's not really about pollution, it's about stopping pollution. So Cheryl just mentioned that, well, it says Earth Month, Earth Day, the 55th anniversary of Earth Day was this past week. Now it's a month, and what we really need it to be a Earth Millennium. Every day needs to be Earth Day because, as we know, there's still a lot of damage being done to the environment through the release of fossil fuels. One of the things that I've gotten involved with recently is an organization called Third Act. Third Act is was a branch off from Bill McGibbons, who's a leader in the fight against climate change. His organization called 350.org. Third Act is specifically for people who are 60 or over who want to get involved in climate change issues. And I'm here to let you know a very simple thing that you can do that can have a big impact on protecting the earth. I want to read you a brief news item. It says, extreme heat caused by emissions from 111 fossil fuel companies cost an estimated $28 trillion between 1991 and 2020. That's trillion with a T. According to researchers at Dartmouth College, their study, which was published Wednesday in Nature, presents a peer-reviewed method for tying emissions to specific climate harms. So what's happening right now is that there is a bill that's working its way through the California legislature that people refer to as Make Polluters Pay. And what it does is it sets up a super fund paid into by fossil fuel companies that can then be used to mitigate the negative impacts of climate change. And it's working its way through. New York actually passed this law recently, and I believe also Vermont. There's a dozen other states around the country that are trying to do the same. So right now, the Make Polluters Pay bill is working its way through the California legislature. It has to jump through different hoops of committees. There's a committee vote coming up on Tuesday. So what my ask is that if you could call your California state legislator either today or tomorrow and simply say, I'm a constituent and I want you to support the Make Polluters Pay bill. It's that simple. If you get their voicemail, just leave a message. You do need to be calling the legislator of which you are a constituent. Otherwise, they'll ignore you. I'm going to be out in the courtyard after service. I've got some handouts, some fact sheets about the bill. I also have a script that you can use if you're calling or if you want to write a letter or send an email instead. So I just really want to ask enthusiastically that you join us and make that call, because it really makes a big difference. We can influence our legislators, because believe me, the fossil fuel companies are trying to influence legislators. So we can have an impact by calling and letting them know what we want. So I thank you for your attention, and I'll see you out in the courtyard.
Thank you. Please join the Ministry of Prayer for Friday night prayer happy hour from 7 to 8 p.m. It's via Zoom, weekly on Fridays, except for the fourth Friday of the month. Practitioners Maureen French and Megan Lemon extend this open invitation to you and your family to anchor in prayer with your spiritual community. Please visit oaklandcsl.org/events, click on the image, and use the passcode 123456. Pretty simple. Please join Peace of Mind Planning for an elegant exit class which started April 22nd and will run through May 13th on Zoom. Create an advance directive that goes beyond medical wishes and also addresses personal, emotional, and spiritual needs. The cost is $125, and OCSL will receive $30 of that registration fee. Visit oaklandcsl.org/events to register. Connect with others in oneness on Worldwide Labyrinth Day to celebrate world peace and labyrinth experience. Join Eliza Young, RScP, on Saturday, May the 3rd, in our sanctuary. More details to follow. Our social justice ministry presents Color of Fear movie viewing and live discussion with Lee Mun-Hwa. Sunday, May the 4th from 1 to 4. That will be in the OCSL sanctuary. The suggested love offering is $10 to $30. Join Brother Ishmael Tete live and in person at OCSL on May the 7th for a special Wednesday midweek oasis. The event will be live streamed. 5:30 is meditation, 6 to 7:30 is the service. Plus, there will be a book signing afterwards. Mark your calendars for a quick start class on Science of Mind on Saturday, May 17th from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. This class, to 1:30 p.m., okay. This class is required for the next new membership cohort, there we go, in early June. It's a refresher for some and provides new principles for newcomers. Registration will be available soon. We have a new date Save the date. Join the fabulous Lisa Ferraro and accomplished Tammy Hall on Friday evening, June 27th. The time will be confirmed later. It will be for the Oakland OCSL 80th Anniversary Summer Solstice Concert. More information is to follow. And happy 80th anniversary, Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. Woohoo! Our nonprofit partner for March-April is the Newbridge Foundation, a nonprofit, non-medical addiction treatment facility with over 50 years of experience. Visit newbridgefoundation.org for more information. The Spirit Bookstore in April is giving a 30% discount on all things science of mind. And now let's read together there we go. I've forgotten, it's not on the thing. That's not it. There we go. Our vision and mission statement. The vision of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a broken community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world in education, music, prayer, and play. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone. Hi. My name is Reverend Catherine. I'm the pulpit assistant for the day. We have, as usual, 2 readings, and I invite you to just simply stay quiet and hear as I read these words. The first reading is from Robin Wall Kimmerer, from his book, Braiding Sweetgrass. Action on behalf of life transforms. Because the relationship between self and the world is reciprocal, it is not a question of first getting enlightened or saved and then acting. As we work to heal the earth heals us. Perfect. Perfect. And the second reading is from the wonderful Jean Houston. Just as you would not neglect seeds that you planted with hope that they will bear vegetables and fruits and flowers, so you must attend to nourish the garden of your becoming. So let us move into prayer and become nourishing and nourished. In this moment, I release all that has gone before so that we just become fully present. And I accept and know that the one, the lovely, the loving, is right here, right now, fully present, the energy within each of us, living itself through each of us as unique expressions of something divine and sacred. This morning we come together to acknowledge that truth, to live in it, to celebrate it with prayer and song and community. I give thanks for knowing that today, this service provides nuggets of gold, of insight and revelation and truth for each person. I'm grateful to know that our speaker, Andy Robbins, is a clear channel for that word, and he shares it with us, and his presence is a blessing itself. How good it is to know that when we come together, even 2 or more, there am I. Whether it be a church or a center, a synagogue, a temple, an ashram, a sweat lodge, a campfire, a kitchen table with cups of coffee. In the one doesn't matter because the love is fully there, being delighted to be acknowledged. And so we come together to create sanctuary, security, safety, and love for each other. And I bless everything and everyone who has come together this morning, both to prepare and serve and to receive and accept. I give thanks. I bless the service, the musicians, all, with such deep joy and true gratitude. And if this be resonant with you in any way, please join your amen with me by saying, and so it is. Thank you.
Somebody has left a silver Nissan Altima running.
Someone has left a silver Nissan Altima running in the parking lot. Okay. Oh, Karen. Okay, well, go ahead. You need to. Okay. La da 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 da. Okay, great. Okie dokie. Good idea. Teamwork.
Yeah. See if I can get them on my phone. Well, I also have them on my phone, so that might work better. They were on my phone. There we go. Okay. Are we ready? So most of you know we're doing, as a community, daily affirmations from two sets of affirmations, an Ernest Holmes reader, and the second one is a collection of daily gratitude affirmations. So I invite you to join with me as we read today's affirmations. I now resolve to get out of all emotional ruts. Today I achieve God's idea of me. Joy and well-being can be the only outcome, but God's work cannot be burdensome. Second one, I am so grateful to be a love artist, painting my world with caring, compassion, and nurturing. Those are good ones. And I see Karen coming back.
Ooh, I catch my breath. It wasn't me. But thank you for filling in space. Ooh. Ooh. So this song I'm going to sing basically has been inspiring me in these interesting times that we're living in. So I hope it inspires you as well. Oh, it's a Stevie Wonder, If It's Magic. It's magic, then why can't it be everlasting? Like the sun that always shines, like the poets in this rhyme, like the galaxies in time. If it's pleasing, then why can't it be never leaving? Like the day that never fails, like on seashores there are shells, like the time that never tells. It holds a key to every heart throughout bite and quenches every thirst. So, if it's special, then with it, why aren't we as careful as making sure we dress in style, posing pictures with a smile, keeping danger from a child? It holds a key to every heart throughout the universe. It fills you up without a bite and quenches every thirst. So, if it's magic, why can't we make it everlasting? Like the lifetime of the sun, it will leave no heart undone, but there's enough for everyone. Thank you. Kai Lyons.
Thank you, musicians, gorgeous. First, we ask you to run a little bit, then sing. If it's not a triathlon, it's two things. What is that? I'm Reverend Allie Hutchinson, and I am your ministerial host today. My pronouns are she and they, and I get to introduce our speaker today. Andy Robbins says he was first led to come to a Sunday service at Oakland Center for Spiritual Living about 25 years ago. He didn't question where he was being led from. He just showed up. 1 week later, he started his first Science of Mind class, again without questioning the call. And the next thing he knew, he was in practitioner training for 2 years. As a practitioner, he has served in various capacities to this day. The most consistent thing in his life, as far back as he can remember, has been what he calls the work, as it has and continues to present itself. He holds the work of each individual with the same esteem with which he holds his own, and he is proud and grateful to be part of a community with such a wide range of people who each have their own version of the work, their own call, and their own commitment. I'm going to say a little bit more about Andy. I'm guessing he probably doesn't want me to, but I'm going to anyway, and he's probably used to that by now. Many of you know Andy is the person who shepherded our music ministry and AV team for many years. I've encountered him in a lot of his other roles here at OCSL as the practitioner who was the consistent guiding presence in the lives of my children as they grew up here at OCSL, as a teaching assistant in a few of my classes, including the, let's say, challenged pandemic-era practitioner class, and also as a co-lead on the Practitioner Leadership Council for a couple of years. He's definitely left his mark on our center, and from personal experience, I can say that we are the beneficiaries of that work, and today you get to experience a little bit of it. Andy Robbins.
You got me, right, Levi? Snake. Good morning. and welcome to our little blessed with raindrops oasis today. Our topic for the week, same for this coming Wednesday, is, here's a mouthful, the power of regenerativity. I dare you. The power of regenerativity, which is a nice coincidence in that Reverend Sunshine is off on vacation doing just that. But I would nonetheless like to express to her my gratitude. Hopefully you'll see this directly, Reverend Sunshine, for this opportunity with its inherent responsibility. You know, it's been a long time since I've been up here doing this. A lot of years. And one of the things that's striking me in this moment is there's so many faces that I'm seeing that I feel so strongly connected to. History, depth. And then there are faces that I don't know at all. And there are faces that were present in this room the last time I stood here. So there is the power of regenerativity, because here we are, perfect in this moment, perfect in our number. So again, the topic is regenerativity, and what I'd like to try to do today is represent some possible views as to how we can address that, not so much as going to a spa, but as something that is available in every single moment of our lives, to maybe find our own reset button that can bring us back to center, wherever we are and whatever's going on. I'd like to start with a couple of quotes. The first one is by the esteemed Howard Thurman. There is something in every one of you that waits and listens for the sound of the genuine in yourself. It is the only true God you will ever have, and if you cannot hear it, you will all your life spend your days on the ends of strings that somebody else pulls. And I would like to presume to add that more often than not, those hands, the pulling those strings, are our own. And here's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. This one's a little thick. To believe in your own thought, to believe that what is true for you in your private heart is true for all, that is genius. There's a third one here by, who is this? Andy Robbins? Wait a second. I listen to the sound of my own voice from the place of, would I buy a used car from this man? So, you remember being scared when you were little? Do you remember that? Not the story, you know, the story, we know the story, and the story is safe. Do you remember being inside that? Being inside that? You remember feeling alone when you were little? What that felt like? I've had cancer a couple of times, and my beloved wife has had cancer since. And we don't have enough time for me to try and explain. But the first time I had cancer, it was stage 3. It was serious. I was just 48. And suffice it to say, take it at face value, I was connected. I was connected. I was plugged in. I didn't have a worry in the world. It was the easiest time of my life. I was not afraid. I wasn't brave. I just wasn't afraid. When my beloved wife got cancer, I had none of that. You know? I was just some schnook trying to be as strong as I could be for her. There's such a range to us. There's such a range to us. So we hear references and we get blasted throughout the day. It's a scary time. Now, even as I say that, I realize it's always a scary time for millions of people. But there are these moments. I've lived long enough that this is probably the 4th, where most of the people on the planet are scared at the same time, angry at the same time, unclear at the same time. And of course that's important. That's important. And there's certainly good justification, there's cause. We're rife with injustice. We're rife with suffering. And all of it is so real. And yet, I would like to suggest that there's a question that we need to start with. And the question is, how do I hold all this? Where does this connect within me, from within the galaxy of me, the universe of me? And I don't mean the universe like a grand me, I mean just a crazy range to who and what I am. And it's an essential thing where I start from and keep returning to as best I can. Our possibility is always to stand forth in whatever we are experiencing. Easily said. We, of course, will only ever do this as well as we do in each moment. But how well we do this is not what matters. The point is simply doing it as we can and witnessing ourselves in the process. Much of what we learn here is in and around this. We don't get a grade. There's no grade. The thing is that as humans, we are subject to all the different factions within us, and much of our programming is tempting us, threatening us, or guilting us to take cover, to avoid, and in so doing to affirm our own self-views, our own worst self-views. And it doesn't matter whether we're given to play on the self-denial end of the gym or we're given to play on the chest beater end of the gym. These are both lies. They do not define us. And yet there's this human propensity for holding ourselves and others as one thing, one persona, one neurosis, one addiction, one belief, one team. This idea that we're one is crazy. We are human. We're the circus. We are the circus. We're the festival of grace and crazy, of love and loathe. We simply want to know better than our pain, better than our fear and our sadness, to be safe. So, I'm 4 years old. Well, I'm still 4 years old, but this is a story. And I remember it so well. I'm sitting on the floor with my legs crossed. And I'm not joking, my hands are literally like this, 4-year-old boy. And all of a sudden, I'm outside looking at myself. Not like outside, but I am seeing myself, this 4-year-old boy, and I am praying with all my might to God for chocolate. So just like you saw this boy, I'm seeing this boy, but I'm the boy. Where do I get this perspective from? Where do I get this context from? I haven't lived enough life to have this level of recognition. Well, I've come eventually to see the place from which I'm seeing myself as my knowing. And I assume it's my knowing because it's not my hoping or guessing or conjecturing or figuring out. It's my knowing. My knowing's been a part of my life ever since, concurrent with all my nonsense, concurrent with the things I am least proud of in my life experience, but it has been consistent. It has always been there. Now understand, I'm human. I'm getting messages coming in constantly, postmarked from your knowing, that are being sent from all these very different parts of me, with very different agendas, that are very good at enticing me to believe that they are genuine and true. It's my job, it's our job to discern the source each time, to sort the mail, so to speak. But it's interesting. When it's my knowing, there's no question. It's absolute. It's clear in that moment. One factor in whether we are more or less connected to our knowing is whether we take the situations at hand personally. When and by the degree to which we align our sensitive, false self-beliefs. Any resonance there? Sensitive, false self-beliefs with something from outside us, we become invested in the story and deepen our investment in our false beliefs about ourselves. This is a human addictive process. Once we are invested, we have given up our freedom in the moment at hand. And along with that freedom, we have given up our innate right to choose, to see, to connect, to love. And the support we may feel we get from within a like-minded crowd, I should say, we may align with is not love. It's not love. It's compensatory of its nature in lieu of us, of our being in that moment. So, I'm back to my childhood. You know, there are a lot of things in popular culture that really deeply informed my understanding. One in particular that I've always remembered was a cartoon. So here I am, Saturday morning, chomping the cereal, watching my cartoon. And this is the cartoon I see. It opens on a shot of a cat in profile, okay? And I'm going this way. This is the cat. Towering over the cat is this shadowy monster. This is the monster. So you got... Now, you hardly notice, because you're engaged in this visual, the camera is backing away. And as happens when the camera backs away from its subject, it reveals more and more and more within the frame. Suddenly what is revealed behind the cat is a mouse. And the mouse has behind it a lamp. Anybody getting it yet? The lamp is throwing the shadow of the mouse onto the wall in front of the cat, terrifying the cat. So it struck me very deeply, but it took a while till I finally sorted out what it was. We're the cat, we're the mouse, putting the lamp to send the shadow up on the wall to terrify ourselves as the cat. So, if we want to unveil the script of our psychological life, scary, see what's there. See what's playing at the multiplex in ourselves. See what's playing in every theater in the multiplex, the same movie in every multiplex, with a coming attraction for next week's movie, which is the same movie over and over and over again. You know, it's like one of these, Andy, 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 Andy. So I intend no judgment in any of this. We are meant to be human. The Home Office did not blow it. And we've been given our packet, our particular DNA perfect packet to work with. We are not defined by the nature of that packet. We are defined by what we do with it. And we have a lifetime to work with it. When I see people, well, not many, but like the Dalai Lama or Desmond Tutu, or especially the two of them together, have you ever seen those YouTubes of them together? Now, I'm not speaking for these men. I don't know their life experiences, but I'm certain I know this. The thing they're always laughing themselves silly about is the fact that they are this insane range of stuff. They've brought themselves to a place where it makes them laugh, where they see that as hysterical, as funny. They play with it like a slinky on a staircase. There's an old reference. These men have, to an amazing extent, gotten over themselves. One of my life's endeavors, and I'm not alone in this room, is to continue to get over myself more and more by degrees. And in the end, I will not have run out. So, at the same time, there are individuals who have unleashed what they would consider a talent for orchestrating the different aspects of others. To pull those strings, Howard, and create an outcome in service to their agenda. In my view, honestly, they do this so that their unconscious sense of loss, due to their unwillingness to choose to be with what they are and be with what they feel, and instead seek revenge against their fear, seek revenge against their sadness, and seek revenge against their uncertainty. Sad. But even if that's not our pattern, we cannot assume that our behaviors are beyond the need for witnessing. For when we ourselves, out of self-righteousness, start judging and mandating other people's behaviors, other people's ways of seeing things, other people's ways of holding things, other people's ways of being in things, other people's ways of holding themselves, when we speak from above, from a holier-than-thou sense of ourselves, we betray the things we actually do see and care about. We betray our very own heart's concerns. Righteous indignation. Talk about a drug of choice. It can be tempting to be seduced by the beat of its thundering drum, offering us immunity from what we fear and feel in the name of caring. In the name of caring, I choose to become immune, to become numb. So we've just finished celebrating the season for nonviolence, and kudos to the incredible families that have participated yet again this year, and kudos to Reverend Sunshine for putting this together. Honoring two examples of what a human is capable of if they do their work and stay open to whatever comes forth. To stand in themselves, even as they may fear and doubt, and to rise above the voices within themselves that would have them hold themselves as less. Sorry for my fumbling. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi did not pretend to not be human. I know it's a negative, but they did not pretend to not be human, and therefore, through that denial, be willing to give in to their urge to be reactive. No. They stood firm, regardless of the weight and pressure that bore down on them from within and from without. And forgive me this, yet there are things that were claimed to be revealed about each of these men that were used by the self-proclaimed scorekeepers, to try to deny the expression of their character, to wipe it away by saying, see, that's who they really were, to hold them up to the ridiculous standard that they're one thing, either good or bad. The fact that they did with their lives was done by two humans. That is what's breathtaking. They were us and did that. Had they not been human, what's the big deal? So now, do we get to just say, you know, this stuff that's going on is real, it's serious, it's really serious, and therefore I get to go, all bets are off in the meantime. I'm going to put all this spiritual stuff, all this goody two-shoes stuff aside till things are okay again. Put these principles off to the side and be a grown-up. Remember the little kids in their parents' closets playing dress-up? Be a grown-up. No, now more than ever. The principle is the same with little things and big things. The stakes are very different, but not the principle. The higher the stakes, the bigger the potential betrayal. The call for me is to honor ourselves. Not to serve ourselves or defend ourselves or indulge ourselves, but to honor ourselves. What does it mean to honor ourselves? Well, that's the rub. There's no formula, there's no set book, there's no cheat sheet. It's different in each and every moment. Our truth can only be known by us. We have to be willing to show up connected to ourselves by the degree to which we can, and listen within and act on what comes forth. In this moment, I'm aware that there are people from within our very community, some possibly even in this room right now, that are facing challenges that are unimaginable to anyone else. We can know their story, but not their experience. And like the famous persons I have referenced earlier, each in their own way are standing tall within their process, choosing to remember themselves, each again in their own way, fully integrated as all that they've been given to be in the entirety of their human existence, honoring themselves in all of life, holding forth in the fullness and depth of themselves and connected to the universal as one thing. For a few of these, it may well be their last expressions in this life. They need not be free. They are simply unencumbered. We do the work. We do the work. The degree to which our knowing is present in the moment at hand in our life, in our lives, matters. It matters. It is the thing that we have been given that we can do. Thank you.
I was going to ask for a little more love for our speakers, but y'all did it. And are still doing it. Since we move into prayer, invite the practitioners to surround the community and invite up whoever is manning the prayer box. Okay? We ask the practitioners to surround the community to remind us that they are holding this community consistently in prayer every day. And invite each of you, as Reverend Sunshine would, to take a couple of deep breaths together, just breathing in and letting it go with a sigh. Letting each breath be a little bit slower, a little bit deeper than the last. Letting everything that you brought here today fall away. Letting all of the things that Andy stirred up just settle inside for a moment. And finding that quiet place inside where we contact our own divine nature, our own little piece of spirit. There is only that one presence, that one power, that one beingness that is the source of all light and love and joy, that has created everything, that is the divine creative force and mind that designed everything and brought it into being and poured itself into the creation simply to delight in it, that holds it all in divine order, in harmony, in balance, and in perfection, because it is perfection. I know that I am that, And so is each person here, each person hearing my voice now or later. We're simply each one way that God thought to express itself, to see what that aspect of itself looks like in action. We're here to find that place inside that is our divine nature, to find our path, to listen for our calling. And with that calling comes the gifts, the unique gifts of us as individualized pieces of God, and the gift that within each one of us, all of the qualities of God are there in fullness. All of the love, all of the joy, all of the creativity and intelligence and wisdom and grace, and all of that ultimate, unchanging, inalterable peace of God. We know this because when we feel love, when we feel joy, when we see beauty, that is the divine in us recognizing the divine outside of us. And we simply settle into that knowingness of who and whose we are. In that place, I know that all is well. In this community for each one of us, in our larger community, and in the world. I bless our Mother Earth. Gratitude abounding for the way that she provides us a home, sustains us, holds us, knowing that we have it within us to find the way to sustain and love her the same way. I know for all the circumstances and conditions in the world that trouble us, that are discordant, that are uncomfortable, that are even horrifying. God is in each one of those. There is the human condition, and within, around, and permeating, and through each one of those conditions, there is God, meaning there is infinite possibility. We know with Ernest Holmes that principle is not bound by precedent, that in a moment, out of that realm of infinite possibilities, something new can emerge. And as we do our work, we know that our work changes us, and that change ripples out from us to touch everyone we encounter, and everyone they encounter, and everyone they encounter, until it reaches through the entire world. We know that within each circumstance and condition on a human realm, there is the possibility of great love and joy and peace. We know love, comfort, peace of mind, wholeness, and healing for anyone who's experiencing any difficulties in our community and beyond, any challenges in any form. For all the prayers in our prayer box, we know that Spirit is surrounding each and every prayer request, working out each condition and circumstance for the highest good of all, that highest good is within that realm of infinite possibilities, and that all tends toward the highest and good. For Alice Herndon, for Lita, and for Paula, we know wholeness and healing. For Alice Knudsen, financial abundance. For Lupe, peace of mind, divine right action, for the perfect living situation. For Helene Cirillo, perfect healing. For Grady Nobles, divine right action, peace and love. For Elka Moritz, healing and wholeness and comfort. For Irene, health, wholeness, and peace of mind. For our country, the United States of America, peace and unconditional love throughout our country for everyone from the highest to the least of us. For any marginalized groups impacted by what's going on with our federal aid cuts, such as LGBTQ+, the elderly, the disenfranchised, we know that they are surrounded by love, that they know peace, that they know abundance of everything that they need, because everything is right there, open to them, possible. We pray for all the countries in the planet that they can have peace, harmony, and love together. And now I ask you to just go into your heart, and if there's any particular person or thing that you would like to give a prayer for, please say your name and then the name of that person or thing. Just speak it into the quietness. We know that as these prayers are uttered, they are answered. It's one thing, the prayer and the answer, because God is there and God is all there is. And we are so grateful to know that is the truth of each person here, each person hearing my voice. Spirit is there. So I speak a word into the law. I know that the law just simply answers with yes, because that's all it is designed to do, to take our deepest intentions and bring forth what we are intending. And the law is saying yes to these prayers right now. So I speak my word into the law. I let go and let God, knowing that Spirit will handle all the details, the how. I let go and I anchor this prayer by simply saying, and so it is.
You know, take a look around you. Just take a look at this beautiful sanctuary, if you don't mind. Look at the window. Look at the lights in the ark. Look at the courtyard. Over there, we've got this great social hall and a kitchen where wonderful food is being prepared. Do you like it? Yes. Do you love it? Yes. You want to keep it? Yes. It's time to give. Woo! It's time for our conscious giving. Truly and truly and truly, this community is us, and it depends upon us to continue to thrive. So this is the time when we come together to really affirm that law of prosperity and circulation that we proclaim, that we say we believe in, because the more we give, the more we receive. That's the way it works. So here at the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, as we come together and, where's the baskets? We need our baskets. Can I get some baskets, please? Thank you. All right. We like to make it very easy for our members and visitors and those who love this community to help support this community so that we can stay here and be here and do all the things that we've been doing for you. I mean, look at this stuff. You see this? You see this? Wait, watch, there's more. You know, this thing is for cash. This thing is a pledge. We've got a button up here. Can I see the button? No, the button first. Thank you. I want that button, the red button. If you press that button, you're going to see a gazillion ways to provide your abundance to the Oakland Center and then have it returned to you, pressed down and flowing over. That's what conscious, joyful giving is all about. And this is the time that we do that. So I'd like you to take your gifts, whether they be tangible, whether they be imagination, whether they be heartfelt. No matter how you do it, just put them on your heart right now, and let's bless them and multiply this abundance and this prosperity by saying this affirmation together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies this offering. It blesses all that I am, all that I give, and all that I circulate. Thank you, love as me, and so it is. So, while we have our musicians do their wonderful thing, please feel free to come forward and the gesture with actual giving, whatever it is, come to the baskets and bless this community. Thank you.
So I think I picked the perfect song for many reasons. This is Throw It Away by Abby Lincoln. the things I gave away. And when I'm in a certain mood, I search the house and look. One night I found these magic words in a magic book. Throw it away, throw it away. Give your love, live your life each and every day. And keep your hand wide open. Let the sun shine through, 'cause you can never lose a thing if it belongs to you. There's a hand that rocks the cradle and a hand to help us stand, with a gentle kind of motion as it moves across the land. And the hands unclenched and open, gifts of life and love it brings. So keep your hand wide open if you're needing anything. Throw it away, throw it away. Give your love, live your life each and every day. And keep your hand wide open. Let the sun shine through, 'cause you can never lose a thing if it belongs to you. Go, Kai. Throw it away, throw it away. Give your love, live your life each and every day. And keep your hand wide open. Let the sun shine through, 'cause you can never lose a thing if it belongs to you. 'Cause you can never lose a thing if it belongs to you. You can never, ever lose a thing if it belongs to you. Thank you. Hi, Lions. Thank you, thank you.
What a voice. Karen, you haven't lost a note. Great. Thank you so much. It's time to close it out, right? And it's time to give thanks to all the people that came together to make this, to thank you for being here. Our beloved musicians who gave us such lovely music, our incredible speaker, whoop, yeah. Our AV team, I mean, you can't even imagine the number of people who come together to make this happen, right? And among those are these people called practitioners who love to pray. We're kind of obsessive about it. And we're going to do that after church here, right there in the back room. So anybody who needs to get something off their chest or to grab some more, come talk to us and get your little 3-minute miracle. In fact, right now, I'm going to invite the practitioners to start moving to the back so that people don't have to wait to come sit with you and get blessed, okay? Yeah. So those of you who are new here, and if you didn't get a packet before, they're at the door on the way out. And don't forget, you can always request prayer through our Ministry of Prayer box. Listen, there's a gazillion ways to do it, and we're always here for you. So in closing then, I'd like to ask you to please join by standing if you can and are able and willing. Let's read our closing affirmation together. And let's do this with a lot of oomph and energy. There is a divine seed within me that is powerful and power-filled. It nurtures and grows me. It ensures that I replenish and regenerate into my greater and higher potential. I embrace this power fully and completely now, and so it is. Take it away.
Right. So everyone join us on Blessed Always. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Thank you. And thank you, Kai.